smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs.
Do it to him, Mikey boy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Keith Sworn and welcome back to my FPS channel. Yeah, I know, guys. New name. I have a lot of explaining to do. I've already made a video on that. However, it is on my main channel. So I will leave a link to that video down in the pinned comment below for you guys to check out in case you guys are curious why the channels are regoing a name change and all of that fun stuff. But anyway, talking about me and my name and stuff is not the point of today's video. We are here to talk about some more Valorant console. And I know, if you want to stay up to date on all things Valorant console, make sure you are liking today's video, subscribing to the channel if you are new. And let's get on into it. So, I know I haven't covered Valorant console for a little bit. I've been cheating on Valorant with good old Frag Punk. And, ooh! Boy, Frag Punk, ooh, she nice in bed. She gave me the Slurber Derp Derp 7000, bro.
What did he say?
But anyway, the point of today's video is Valorant has a lot of amazing things coming for it. And at the end of the day, Valorant's always going to be, you know, the big bread and butter of this channel. Like, don't get me wrong, Frag Punk is good, but Valorant is my baby. Valorant just, there's no experience like it, okay? Like, Frag Punk feels like Black Ops 4, okay? It feels like, you know, just COD with abilities, all right? With a nice, you know, flavorful skin on it. But Valorant just got that tactical feel, that, you know, that different strategic thing that just nobody else has. And I know I'm rambling on. Sorry, I'm supposed to be getting into the damn news. Y'all probably watching this video like, man, this nigga don't come on. I already know somebody gonna be in the comments, get to the video, man. One of those comments that or better yet, one of the sarcastic comments that always says, video actually starts at 2 minutes and blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, somebody's going to dislike me for mocking that guy because that guy's going to actually show up. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on into it. So, first and foremost, Valorant has a new map coming. They haven't said which season this map's going to be in, but it's going to be pretty close. Because they've been talking about, you know, it being in the competitive pool right away and stuff like that. They're also going to be doing some adjustments to the matchmaking RR and the system and the point system you get for ranked play, so you can have time to adapt to the new map. Like, when you lose matches, you're going to be losing less points when you play on that map, so that way, you know, you have time to adjust to it. And when you win matches, you're still going to be getting the same amount of ranked points. I believe that's what he said. I'll leave a link to the to the video down in this video's description for you guys to check out yourselves in case you want to get any more information off the devlog or hear it straight from the developers themselves. But yeah, the new map Castle looks like a very more strategic map. They did show a little bit of gameplay in that video. I'm not going to sneak that out of that video just in case it's copyright or anything. That's why I just went ahead and put a little sneaky picture up here. Yeah, it looks like, you know, a really strategic map. Like, you know, a lot of choke points in different areas, you know, for crazy types of gunfights and stuff like that. You know, it looks like it's going to be a really busy kind of map, if that makes sense to you guys. You know, like a lot of different ways to flank people, a lot of different ways, you know, to attack sites, a lot of different ways to utilize utility and stuff like that. Like Raze mains especially, I have a feeling they're going to get really creative on this on this map. The next piece of news we got, and there's really not much for it, they just mentioned in the video that they were also playtesting the next agent. So, the next agent for Valorant, and I find that weird because at the beginning of this year, I could have sworn they only said we were getting 2 agents this year. if I'm not mistaken, when they were doing their 2024 and in the 2025 dev video, they only discussed 2 agents, which were Tejo and Waylay. But now I guess we got even another one coming. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. You know, me, I think more agents, the merrier and stuff like that. And speaking of agents, they also did double down in this video and talk about that they're working on things like utility spam and stuff like that. They're re-looking at the gameplay, taking the feedback and adjusting. So for those of you who are worried about utility spam and, you know, think abilities are too much, they are working on things to balance that. But they did say in the video that they're not going to spoil everything quite yet. Me personally, if you want my opinion, utility spam doesn't bother me too much because at the end of the day, Valorant, yes, it's a tactical shooter, but it's also a hero shooter. Abilities and everything are part of the gameplay. You know, there's always going to be something new to add some type of new strategy in, and also some type of new counter. I feel like, you know, people should focus more on trying to counter these things and, you know, work around them rather than complain about it. That's just my personal opinion, though, because these shooters, you know, these hero-based shooters, this is what they do. They get the bulk of the content is more characters. So, and, you know, the more characters you add, the more abilities you get and stuff like that. Like I said, the only other thing they can do to switch things up a bit, in my opinion, is add more weapons, different types of guns and things. And I know they're very slow with doing that because so far since the game's been out, all they've added is one new sniper rifle, which I find insane. I would love to see, you know, at least one more SMG, one more AR, one more type of pistol or you know, something like that. But that, like I said, that's just my opinion. And last but not least, but Valorant is finally getting an upgrade to Unreal Engine 5. It's going to be coming with patch 11.06, and that's going to be dropping sometime in July. They also said, you know, the replay system and everything's going to be coming in fall, which I'm sure you guys have heard already. Console players are going to get the replay system a little bit later, but console players also still get the replay system sometime this year. But guys, we got a lot going on with Valorant console, and I'm so excited to, you know, to see and hear all this. Let me know your takes on all this news down in the comments below. By the way, do you guys agree with me on the utility spam, or do you disagree with me on it? It's okay. Let me know down in the comments. I'm just curious, and I want to have a discussion with you guys to see how y'all feel about it. You know, because since a lot of us are console players, we just started playing the game within the past year. All right, PC players have been playing it for 5 years. So console guys, how do y'all feel about utility spam? Let me know. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.